Happy Monday, y'all. I'm in line at Dutch Bros and it's Monday and I'm not feeling it. I had to get up early and leave the house for a little bit of time, so I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. I wasn't ready to get out the bed. You guys, we are car chatting about Liv's life, and oh my goodness. So let's just hop into it. Liv's life had a birthday this weekend. I don't know if what day her birthday was, but she went live about 100 times on Saturday. So I'm just gonna assume she was celebrating her birthday on Saturday, okay? The live that I'm talking about in this video is Happy Birthday to Me, filmed one day ago. It's 34 and 42 seconds. Girl. Okay, so she is on at a restaurant coming live, telling us that she ate earlier, but she's with a group of people who wanted to eat. They're gonna leave there and go to another spot. Okay, number one, I'm not gonna talk about what the lady had on. I'm not gonna talk about what she looked like and none of that, because that to me is, it is what it is. I don't care about that. I want to talk about the mindset. Like, okay, so it's your birthday, you're out at a restaurant with friends, and you take your camera and walk away for 30 minutes to talk to the phone again. Like, make it make sense, you guys. Like, truthfully, it's rude. It shows the person or people that you're with that they are not in. It's just not a good look. So she does that. That's number one. Okay, here we are. Number two, she is calling out a lady in her chat. I think the lady's name is Jen, maybe Jen. Oh, hi Jen, thank you so much. And I guess Olivia announced that she had a birthday registry, and the lady, I guess, was telling her that she had bought her something off the registry, and she gets to talking about how great Jen is, how Jen always has her back. And listen, it's great that you have a good friend. I'm not knocking that, but one thing I always hear you say is who had your back, who's always there for you, who's always for you. Girl, whose back do you have? No, really, I want to know, like, whose back do you have? I never hear you come on here and say, oh, my friend needed help, whatever, or I had to go and rescue, or I needed to. You know why? Because you can't. And I'm not talking about only financially. Sometimes friends need to just be listened to, or they need somebody to come over and help them move some furniture, or they need somebody to, help them cook a recipe, or they need somebody to bring them, I don't know, ice cream or whatever. You're not capable. I don't think, in the state that you're in the state that we've seen you in over the past however many years I've been watching you, I don't think you're in a state to have anybody's back, which is really, really disturbing, because you have 5 kids, and that should be your existence, is having people's backs, especially your kids. Okay, hold on, y'all. In order for her to live with this abandonment, this second abandonment, she has to be delusional. She has to keep peace. She has to be in healing land, in rainbows and fairies, in prayer, and God will work it out. So she goes into talking about how this is an ice note, 911 from Dutch Bros. Oh my God, I haven't had one of these in so long. Ooh, it's strong. She's talking about how her and him have been so negative. They've been so selfish. They, have gone back and forth, and it's just really insane. And she says, I'm waiting for him or people to wake up. And I don't want to really talk about him. So let me get this straight. You don't fight for your children. You want to pray and send good vibes and thoughts and hope everything gets better when you should have been taking action. Okay? And I'm not saying prayer is not action packed. What I'm saying is God gives you time, resources. God is for the comfort of the thing while you're going through the thing. You feel what I'm saying? God is for strength when you're fighting. God is for it's so you can believe that you'll get through the faith. You understand? That is what God is for. God never says sit down on your behind and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and not fight or work or put or do things that are gonna help you get through your situation. Because sometimes prayer is, I don't want to offend anybody when I say this. Prayer is supplemental to action, to work, to whatever, to healing, to whatever the thing is. You feel me? Maybe prayer is not supplemental, but prayer is just part of the, that's what I'll say. Prayer is part of the equation. It's not the only thing. It's not the only thing, girl. We are not living back in biblical times when 2 fish and 2 loaves of bread appeared from nowhere. I'm not saying that can't happen now, because I do believe in God and I have faith. But what I'm saying is you got to put action behind your prayer. You got to put energy and time and work into whatever you're praying for. And girl, you're not doing that. Okay. So let me get this straight. You didn't fight for your kids the first time. When the light bulb finally went off, you went and tried to go do whatever you did, but you didn't really do nothing because you was really going for that man. Okay, boom, you moved to Texas. You went to Texas for that man. You went and did some old shady stuff. It still was never about the kids. Okay, then you go back to Florida. You abandon your kids and go back to Florida, have another baby, and then go back to Texas, have another baby. Meanwhile, you still don't have your kids. You're still hoping and praying and fighting the internet and windmilling with Tom, Dick, and Harry about that man and his wife and the family. Okay, whatever. And then you start. There's light at the end of the tunnel at this point. You're seeing your kids on a consistent basis. You're communicating with the father, which is something you guys hadn't been able to do for years. Okay, you start up a relationship with him. I don't even know if it was a relationship, babe. And then you abandon your kids for the second time, move back to Florida, and then you come to the camera and say, we both been selfish, and people need to wake up. Are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay? No, I'm serious. I'm not gonna start diagnosing you. Don't do that. Girl, you something. Okay, so y'all, this is what I was able to psychoanalyze. In order for her to live with this abandonment, this second abandonment, she has to be delusional. She has to keep peace. She has to be in healing land, in rainbows and fairies, in prayer, and God will work it out. She has to live there in order to live with herself, that she actually has abandoned her children for the second time. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. And for you to keep saying, we just have to keep praying to God because that's all we can do. No, that's not all you can do. You keep telling yourself that because you have to live with the fact that you did nothing over the past, I don't know, however many years, and you're doing nothing now, and you abandon your kids again. You keep telling yourself that because that's not all you can do. I don't care. That's not all you can do. Listen, I've never been through a custody battle. I don't know how that all works, but what I do know is I wouldn't have did it like that. That's what I do know. I wouldn't have been just, I'm gonna pray to God and pray. Oh, my baby daddy constantly going to court, constantly filing motions, constantly filing motions to have me removed from my kid's life, and I'm just gonna pray to God. I'm just gonna keep praying. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'm gonna work overtime. I'm gonna scrape up some money. I'm going to the church for donations. I'm calling everybody I know that I've ever put money on. I'm calling everybody I know that I've ever given a ride to. I'm calling everybody I know that I've ever picked up from the hospital. I'm calling everybody I know that I've ever watched their kids. I'm calling everybody I know that when they had a family member pass away, I sent food over there. I'm calling everybody I know who had a kid who I put money in sports on. I'm calling everybody I know that I've ever donated. I don't care if it was 50 cents. I'm calling them. Call that grandma, call that auntie. This man trying to take my kids. I'm getting emotional about it, and my kids is grown, and I ain't never lost custody of them. Girl, what's wrong with you? Are you serious? We're just gonna pray to God. Girl, no. We gonna pray, but we gonna... Do y'all remember? Okay, it's so much. I remember growing up. Not even just growing up, even now, because I sent them out for my daughter. Okay, when I was growing up, my mom used to get graduation announcements in the mail. They're not as popular as they were back in the days. And my mama used to write that check. Girl, she put it in, and my mom, whenever I was growing up, I would help my mom pay her bills. She would have me write the check, stuff it in an envelope, put the stamp on it. We walk to the mailbox, whatever. I remember asking her, why are you sending such and such money? Like we have family in Texas and Louisiana, everywhere. And you know what my mama said? She said, because when you graduate, I want you to get some money too. And I really did not get that. I was little. I'd be like 8 or 9. It's about reciprocation. Let's go back to the beginning of the video when I said she's always talking about who had her back, who did what for her, who loves me, girl, what have you done for others? Is that why you weren't able to get what you needed to get your kids, because you hadn't put nothing out into the universe? So nobody was able to help you? Like, I don't get it. But I don't know. Let me know if y'all remember that. So when my son graduated 2-3 years ago. My daughter just graduated last year. And I sent those things out, baby. They both had parties too, baby. When I tell you my kids racked up some coin. Now let me stop and say, I didn't send those out so my kids could get money. Look, my mom was live and direct. She's a Virgo. She was like, you gonna get your money because I'm putting money out there. I just wanted to, I was proud of my kids that they had graduated, that they were going to college. Like, I'm proud of the kids that I have, you know. So I sent them out to everybody. No, my baby graduating, my baby graduating. And they had stunner parties. I'm telling you, my kids had I'm not here for that. Listen, when I tell you the amount of money and gift cards my kids got, my family showed up and showed out. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people that I've been there for weren't necessarily there, not there for my kids, because they said congratulations and stuff, but they didn't attend the party. They didn't really give gifts or whatever. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter because they still got so much money, so many gift cards. So I'm not, those people that I showed out for didn't necessarily show up for me in that way. And I'm not saying they won't, because like, listen, when I put out, I don't put out to get back. I put out because I want to keep that energy going. I want to keep that good energy going. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter who came and showed up and showed out for my kids. Some people came and showed up and showed out for my kids. And I believe it's because we put that shit out there. You, my friend, I don't think you're putting it out there. You just want to show up and look cute and get online, but what are you actually doing for the people in your life? If I know you're not doing nothing for the people in your life because you don't do nothing for your kids, so how could you be doing something for anybody else? I digress. So I don't know. This video is all over the place because I think I got sidetracked because I just got a little emotional about it all, I guess. I'm not really sure, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break this video up in parts because even though her video was only 34 minutes, it's a lot to unpack. And yeah, that's what you just got. So when I started to film this video, I came with the plan to just dissect the video bit by bit, like, but it didn't work out that way because I don't know, I guess I got emotional, I'm not sure. So anyways, you guys tell me down in the comments what y'all thought about the birthday video, that 34-minute and 42-second one, because like I said, it was 100 videos for her birthday. I haven't watched them all, but I want to know what your perspective is. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of y'all agreeing in the comments, because I usually come and I'm like, no, you guys, she's doing great. Like, no. Y'all was right. Y'all was right. And that's okay. Go ahead, leave a comment. Thank you so much for your support. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.